Welcome back to another week, guys. Let's find out how we got all of this chip into the yard. Just popped in to see how the harvesting boys are getting on. Making some bloody good progress. Get down through all this bit's now racked and thinned. Really opened it up. Cow bringing a load out. Trying really hard not to fall over walking through here over the brash. Oh, Paul's in the border. Little shunt just to get straight getting into that rack. I'll try and catch him at the landing site in a minute. I'm just going to walk in and see Callum, who's harvesting away. They've put a little clear fill area in here. The client we're working for. It's about an acre. We just took all the softwood out, left the birch and the chestnut in. He wanted to make this into a bit more of a glade. This will get mulched and hopefully the grass start up pushing through. Smart. And then Callum is tucked down, punching his way up through a rack in here. Coming out, running at different angles in there. There's one. Count the trees through. I reckon he'll be kind of punching out in here somewhere. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's coming up on the edge of this timber. Down through there. This block's now nearly cleared. Callum's just going around getting a bit of firewood that was left in here, bit of birch, bit of alder, up and down these last racks. Picking his way in and out the trees. And then we'll wander up to find Paul, who's up the top end, just finishing off. We've got a little bit to do just up on this top end. They're not full racks. We're just going to nose in, thin it out, have a tidy up, and I'll move on to the next bit. Another bit of spruce to come out on the next one. It's amazing what you find tucked in the woods. That was completely overgrown, that container. pinching the last bit out of this bit. And that's it completed. I really wish smell-o-vision was a thing, because the smell of this timber is unreal. A fresh cut pine. Beautiful stuff. You see in the back there we got good stacks coming out. This one's even better, look at that. Whoop. That's all stacked up, ready to go. Waiting for lorries to come in. Cal's just making a firewood pile up the top here. Got a bit of chip, a little bit of log. So yeah, it's all coming out, all staying dry, which is good. That's what we want. Just had a quick walk down the bottom into the next block. So that's all good to go. Hopefully we're moving there maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, see how we get on. Yeah, all systems go down on the harvesting site. Perfect. Just got the last grab load or so. All of this is cut at 4 meters, which is a bit of a pain because we can only get one big bay on the forwarder, but it is what it is. Make some nice firewood that for someone's small processor. Last little bit. Some reverse fan kicking in on there. That blows everything back out the rad that gets sucked in. Tries to keep that a bit cleaner. Goes off every now and again. There we go. Morning guys. It is Wednesday. And now the weather is allowing us, we're starting to get some bits cleared up at last. This, I don't know if you remember, is the activity centre site. Gone round the building. That stuff behind that's still standing unfortunately isn't theirs. The landowner doesn't want it touched for some reason, so that's staying. But we've got a stack up the top here. They've got a anniversary weekend up here, so we're just going to try and get this grass area clear. Get this top cleared off, but then we've still got to kind of extract all the way down that edge and round the corner. So hopefully the forward will be up here in the next couple of weeks to get that done. Yeah, there's probably a few bins worth just getting this stuff clear and raked off.
Good afternoon YouTube. It's Wednesday and we are up at the Cudham site, and this is quite a big day for us today because today marks the first day at which we finally put the chipper, the Heizohack and the Valtra in the wood, doing the lop and top. So this is the culmination of a lot of hard work, expense and planning finally starting to come to fruition. So it's nice to get into this brush from the ash dieback sites. We're finally making a start, which is great. What it does mean, it means we can start recovering some of the cost and outlay and start turning a bit of profit on these ash clearance projects, not necessarily the forestry clearance works in itself. These ash dieback jobs are probably a bit of a separate string to the bow for what we've been up to, but nonetheless we are now chipping, and we're chipping the product which, in all honesty, this tractor was probably got to do in the first place. So that is great news for the bottom line, great news for us. It opens up a lot more work now. It is, as you can imagine, this week extremely hot. We are above 30 today. The beauty of that is that this site, which is, as we've shown in the other video, one of the wetter ones, and it's on the bank, it does mean that it is bone dry here today, so getting around is not a problem. The product is chipping up fantastically. It's worth noting that we are still on the blades that I did that video a fortnight ago, I think it was. We're still on that set of 10 blades. We've done a few loads of G50 out the yard. We went and did a day with George. We did the day in Crowborough, which you saw in the last video. Since coming back from holiday, so I was away last week, we've done another load in the yard, and I would imagine we'll probably see the day out today. I'm just going to spin the camera around and you can see what we're up to. So out the side of the cab window there, this is the lop and top, predominantly ash in there. There's a bit of yew there, some coppice of hazel and cob, but it is the lion's share of this is the ash tops. So I would imagine by the end of today we'll be on for a blade change, but that's okay because we've had good value out of these ones.
Nice little half day. It's third load, fourth load. Now it's just cleared up this area for them. There's a little bit left of that stack, but not worth running back up. It's not going to fill the trailer. And while Nate's been sat around, we've just gone down and tickled and raked over the footpath that's there. Goes down there, a little tidy up, a little push around of this stuff, and then back to the yard. I think Christian's going to go and start chipping a bit more. I don't know how well you're going to hear me over this, but we are on the first site that Nathan was on for the estate, opening up a new chute drive. Now it's dried out a bit, it's allowing us in to start recovering some of this brash. They said they'd burn it on site, but we've decided to stack it up and recover it, get a bit of use out of it, get a bit of chip. So we are in here, we've got 2 or 3 piles we can get to today. We're going to move over to the second site because we've stacked that so we can access everything. So we are just making a start, getting some chip shifted. So yeah, a few clips of this. So this is our second bit. You can see the brash is all the way along through here. So we're just going to back the Valtra in, try and squeeze the grain trailer next to it, and just work our way down and try and get out as much as we can. This is a really awesome place to work. Who knew you get scenes like this down in the southeast of England? Beautiful. Now it's just going to start moving kind of all this timber. It's quite a narrow bit there. We want to be able to get the trailer side by side. We're just going to restack that and push it out of the way. Bert's nearly finished that pile, so I'm going to go and move that out of the way, get him in, go from there.
Wakes up at the crack of dawn, putting on his boots and his old plaid shirt. Out in the field where the corn grows tall, he's got the tractor humming, ready to work. He fires it up, the diesel song's playing, long reach crane swings high and wide with the chipper on the back. Trees are laying, turning wood to chips with pride. Chippin Bert under the southern sky, running that big watching the sawdust fly. From dawn till dusk, he never slows down. He's the king of the timber, the hero of this town. Top out storms and the wind blowing hard, doesn't matter, Bert keeps grinding. That chipper roars like a wild bulldog to the rhythm of his heart. There's no unwinding. Folks gather around Benny, Sue, and Joe, watching Bert. His work brings a smile. They say there's no one like him, you know, turning logs to virtue, country style. Chippin Bert under the southern sky, running that big black tractor, watching the sawdust fly. From dawn till dusk, he never slows down. He's the king of the timber, the hero of this town.
That was this nasty old ash stump that I think Nate's got a video of in there. Big old boy. And it goes round the bottom of the corner there, so still a fair bit to crack on with. Hopefully the weather stays kind and we don't get too wet. But yeah, a lot to crack through. We'll see how we get on. Tuesday morning, first lorry in, trying to clear some of this whole tree chip that's been coming out of the estate. I've got another 4 after this today. Hopefully that'll make a bit of a dent. Ian's in the yard having a load up. So yeah, let's get this one loaded and gone. That's number 4 out the door. We aren't seeing number 5 today, so I'm just going to have a bit of a scrape up, have a tidy up. That is a wrap for a Thursday. 10 to 7, 6th load loaded. Bert's just off with the tractor. Back to the yard, tip off, go and have a beer.
Today I welcome to you a lovely sunny day at the Montreal estate in Sevenoaks. And here's this afternoon's activity. Lovely massive beech, used to be lovely, has lost a couple of big stems that come out over here. So we're going to tidy all that up, stack it all up nice and neatly for them. That lovely right stem there, Taylor's going to set a line up in the top and jump on some spikes. He's going to knock a couple of lower limbs off and then flop that whole right hand side out. Those other left 2 are going to jump up in the mute, just to their proximity to the gate, and the other beech tree, which is really nice actually and flourishing really well over there. Got an absolutely smashing day with the weather for it, a lovely view over there. Let's get to it. There we go, Taylor's just going to send this other one out while he's there. Just chucking his bobcat in now. There's another one down. Just started to organise what was on the floor already. It's all being stacked into habitat piles. So I'm just going to get through this stuff around me and then going to venture out and cut up what Taylor has just dropped on the floor for me. Still quite a bit left to do. There we go, there's our habitat pile here and there. Rob's now just up in the mute. It's just piecing down the rest of that side. Yeah, no, stacking it neatly as requested by this day. We're now just getting all sorted and packed up. Taylor and Rob putting the mute one over there. Put down, literally the last bit of clean up to do. There's that stack of timber. And there we go, just get the last bit cleared up. Rob's on the raking device. There's our massive big habitat pile. And there's our stump that's sitting there at that height. It's going to be used for habitat. Owls, birds and that kind of thing. We absolutely love that. But yeah, no. That's a wrap on our giant beach takedown.
Friday morning, we've just dropped one of the vans in for a service in Tunbridge and got back. Bert's got, looks like about half trailer. We've got the trailer full. Cracking on through. Fire went up nicely last night, getting the rakings burned. Nate's just shifting a bit more timber down the end so we can get a bit more space. So yeah, let's get this done and get the week finished off.
Morning guys, you join us here on this estate job where we're clearing the ride for the new chute drive. So yesterday we had a great day. We got 6 of those Stuart trailer loads out of this job. So very pleased with that. Actually that's not true. We got 4 out of here I believe, and then 2 from the other site, also owned by this same estate. But nonetheless 6 loads out yesterday, so it was a blinding day. We pushed on, did a bit of a late one. But no, just really happy with how it's going. We also did a blade change yesterday on the Heizohack. So she had 10 brand new sharp blades in there, which we over the course of yesterday just stuck an edge over just to keep them really sharp, just while we were waiting for the tractor to come back with the load, with an empty trailer, sorry. But no, all going good today. The end of the week. There is quite a bunch of lop and top still to go at. Just going to turn the camera around now and less of me, get more of the job site. So we do have some bits like this which have gone too dirty with some root ends in, so they won't be being chipped. They will go for the fire. But all of that gear there is lovely and straight, all butt ended. I think that will probably go because that won't make the grade. But yeah, we've got loads of piles to go at. That will go on the chip pile for the biomass here. We won't be having that bit. But it just keeps going and going and going. You might recall from the first videos we took here, this bank with the chestnut at the top just kept getting thicker and thicker and thicker, which is why the material piles have grown quite so rapidly. We're now halfway down the site and we've actually got brush double stacked now because there just wasn't a room to store it in one windrow when they were felling. So we're now into two rows deep. And I think for speed, Nathan is now making it back into one row. Because, of course, the other problem is now we're getting tight on space. We're going to have to get all that shifted out the way. Get it put over here, like he's done with the rest of it, just to get it out the way. But ground's drying, it's firming up. Progress is being made.
I've just come back to the yard with the grinder, just stump ground some stuff out on a little landscaping project that Christian and Casey are on. A friend of ours bought a property, wants a parking bay put in. So we've just taken a load of old metal fencing out. We're just scraping the old slate and weeds and soil up. And I'm just gonna run them up a load of type 1 to level out and whack a plate in for the time being. Just until they've had the building works done, and then we might put something a bit nicer in. So yeah, a load of stone into the mog now, and we'll run back up and see how they're getting on. Membrane's down, fencing's out. It's a little pile of dig out we're gonna have to put back in the bin once we've tipped the stone out. And there will be a nice little parking bay. That is a wrap. Friday afternoon, just locking up, getting unloaded, and if I spin you around, there's mountains of woodchip. Had a good shift, got a fair bit out. We're gonna go straight back in Monday and carry on. I think we've got a full week next week at Chippin. We're gonna move forward to Tuesday. It's delivery day Tuesday. I've been promised it's delivery day, so watch this space. But yeah, Friday done. Have a good weekend, guys. Catch you next week.
So afternoon, guys, it's Tuesday late afternoon, just coming to the end of the day. We are at that estate job which I started a couple of weeks ago and Nathan finished. We were coming in there the other day chipping, you'd have seen in previous videos, and we have worked our way the whole way down this ride, down this valley. It went round to the left there, but that was all filled with chip. I think in total we had about 15 trailer loads, so that Stewart trailer out of here, of chip, of recovered lop and top. So that is fantastic news. I don't know what it amounts to lorries wise, but I would imagine at least 5. So we have the wood we've cut for the estate all piled up. That needs to be forwarded out, and that is happening imminently. We've got one fire up there burning itself out, and then this one, which is the last of the rakings, that's got the wind up it, so that will hopefully burn itself out quite nice. Still be a little bit of tidying up to do, but it's always the way it is with a fire. We've made a really big effort on this particular site here, because it is going to be a shoot drive, to just make sure that we have raked through with the digger as diligently as we can. I'm just walking up to Nathan, who's round the corner with the robo flail, the Bomford robo flail that we've got on hire at the minute, and he's doing a bit of mulching, brambles, bit of fern, just the bits which obviously weren't chippable. But we just try and make this a really smart finish, because you never know, in the future we might be here doing more works again. We might be responsible for keeping it mowed back. It might be the farm decide to do it, but nonetheless, we don't want to be finding too big a lumps of wood with the drum flail or rotary flail. So we've just tried to scrape and rake up as good as possible. It did rain earlier, which did affect how I was doing it. It was riddling the soil through really nicely and coming up clean, but where it rained, it got a bit sticky. But this will all rot back. It'll all rot back in, and the bits of green plants, etc., will start coming up quite readily now they haven't got the competition. There's Nathan up there. It's a remote control thing, so it's not on a cord or a wander lead, and you haven't got to be a part of it, which is a lot safer, because if you are on bank work, you can stand to the side of it and you're not actually on the machine, so it's far safer. So yeah, that is pretty much a wrap now for this job. Nice one done, nice finish. I just thought I might add as well what's going to happen to this. It's not going to stay in the hedge where it can just present a threat to the next hedge cutter or topper that happens to go past. These are going to be removed from this site. There is a couple of bundles around the place. It was the old stock fence that went alongside what is left of this stream. It's in a bit of a sorry state, but yeah, the estate didn't want to burn these out on the fire, which is probably quite sensible here, because obviously all those staples will be left in the ash, which is less than ideal. There's a couple more piles up there, so they will come and we or they take them away in a trailer and either chuck them straight in the bin in a skip, or they'll just burn them out in a place which is a bit more appropriate. But yeah, that's a wrap for that. All waste tidied up, as much product out as we can, and the tractor is still a weapon.
Bert coming back in from chipping. Nearly time for its first bath, I think. Well guys, that is another week wrapped up. We are Thursday afternoon. Ben is editing, getting ready for the weekend. So Friday will be in next episode. I hope you're enjoying the fortnightly stuff. Hope it's not too long. I know it's very chipper heavy this week, but it is what it is. It's what we're up to. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers, boys.